Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Allied General. I'm the Mysterious JG. We had a spot of bother trying to play as the Yanks. Had more challenge than we've seen for a while playing as the Americans with, inexperienced, green as they might be called units, fighting against the Afrika Korps at Kasserine Pass. But we were only doing a little, dipping our toe into those American waters so that we could return to the longer British campaign. That is the thing I noticed when I played Panzer General 2 years later. I have a bad memory of Panzer General 2 because of an incident where I was playing the game and then, sharing an apartment during a semester in college and set my computer down on the floor for a moment. Don't know that was a great idea, but a roommate just knocked over a glass of soda, poured all over my computer. I was playing Panzer General 2 at the time, so I have a bad association with Panzer General 2. But even before that, I was noticing the campaign is just much shorter and not as much about building up a core forces. Allied General, not as good at that as Panzer General was, since you can start in 1939 and play all the way through the end of the war. But definitely, it makes a difference to have spent several missions playing the North Africa campaign and building up your favorite unit types, which is why I'm quite looking forward to using these brave Tommies to defeat Fritz. Fritz is what the Russians were calling the Germans. But anyway, yeah, it's time to play the British campaign of Western Europe. So let's get our American newsreel intro for the Western Europe scenario. Or campaign, rather. Probably seen this before with the Americans, I guess. I can watch it one more time. Because we are well and truly going to play this scenario, or campaign, all the way through as the British, and then call it half of a Let's Play.
Counter-Strike.
Counter-Strike. Yeah.
November 1942.
Very heroic music, too.
The unrelenting German army has established Fortress Europe, an enormous empire with daunting defenses. But the German war machine has stalled. In the Soviet Union, the indomitable Russian people exact a huge price from the invading Axis armies. In North Africa, heroic British troops have blocked the German drive for Middle Eastern oil.
In America, Charlie Chaplin makes fun of dictators,
giving the Allies a massive infusion of strength. The time has come to strike back. First, the Allies must drive the Axis out of North Africa, clearing a path to the soft underbelly of Europe.
Hitler used to talk about there being a soft underbelly of Russia. I mean, soft underbelly doesn't always work out the way you think it will.
First, the Allies must capture North Africa and strike up into Italy. Then, 1 million men may storm the battlements of Fortress Europe.
And maybe we'll even do the weird Norway campaign, but only if you're really good.
City, town by town, until the war is won.
The invasion of Norway by the Allies, known as Operation Anti-Weserübung.
So, after a rough start, the Americans did a superb job repulsing Rommel at Kasserine Pass.
Why, thank you.
Now the ball is in our court. This dispatch from High Command orders us to storm the Mareth defenses. If we establish a connection with our forces in the west, we can corner Jerry in Tunisia.
Alright, let's get it done. Mareth Line. This is a piece of artwork that will be recycled for other missions. Deploying your units for the next scenario. Okay. So what we're basically looking at is that the Americans are attacking, driving directly north, and we are driving northwest. If we were playing as the Americans, we would have preset British units here attacking towards Mareth, and we would be allowed to place our core units from the previous two scenarios as we drive north towards Matmata. typically whichever force you're not. I don't know. Like I haven't played this as the Americans for a while to see if the British auxiliary units are very good. But the hardest part for us is going to be advancing the American troops up there because our British troops with a lot more experience are going to be more powerful. The game, I don't think it's by design, but Panzer General just makes America look weak. Or if nothing else, I guess American units maybe like balance it out by not having to be expensive. But if you're a perfectionist who never wants to lose troops, you're gonna have a tough time with the Americans because the fact that they can field so many replacement troops is what makes them so formidable. But you're not allowed to just spam lots and lots of units. There's a limit to how many units you can have placed on the map. So, yeah. Anyway. We can throw a few units here. I wish we could just put units in Ser El Halaf, but we can put like a nice 15 star. Oh, well, first of all, let's see if we can upgrade anything. I don't think there's going to be a lot of significant upgrading going on. Now, the tanks we're going to be sticking with Shermans. Great British Infantry. In a battle or two, we'll have the option of upgrading them. But I think, see, they are British Infantry 39. We could upgrade them into, for a very small price, we could upgrade them to 43, which is same basic stats, better soft attack. Let's see, soft 6201, 7. Am I losing my mind here? Is that 7.6 or 7.8? I think that's 7.6. Dang, it's difficult to tell. That's a big upgrade to heart attack. But pretty much the same defensive values. But yeah, that's worth doing. Because you can also consider going for like heavy infantry. The main reason I don't like that is the reduction in movement. But heavy infantry, you're just getting some air counterattack, slightly better soft attack, more defense. Let's just go because yeah, in a couple of missions we're going to have the ability to do sort of like a kind of a elitish unit. But for now, let's go with let's change our 39 infantry to 43 infantry. You would think this might happen automatically, but it is pretty damn cheap. So we spent 100 total prestige on that out of the 1,400 that we had to work with. I don't like the British tracked artillery. It just doesn't have good movement rate. It's not terrible or anything, but it's like really decreases the attack effectiveness. So we'll stick with the 6-inch guns, 24-inch pythons, brother. So we're sticking with Sherman tanks. Mosquitoes, I don't think we're ever upgrading these. This is one thing about the British. They start really strong, and then they don't... There's a lot of stuff where they never get better gear as the missions go. So Spitfire 9. Like, if with the Germans and Panzer General, it felt like we were always getting new, cooler toys to play with. Yeah, the British, we can afford a lot of elite replacements because we're not going to spend a lot of prestige upgrading to higher versions of what we've got because a lot of the time we just don't ever get better versions of anything. The Mosquito will be our tactical bomber for the entirety of the campaign. Let's put one really high-end British tank unit over here to help the Americans get started. Let's get I think we're going to have a better notion of what's behind some of these positions. Perhaps only after we place some troops. You know what? I'll just put you right here just so you can see. Oh, I thought there would be anti-tank there. Or artillery, rather. Oh, those are British engineering. Ooh, I messed up. I got a little confused here. Let's put an artillery. Let's put you here. Okay. Now I've got everything placed. Could arguably have done better with some of this, I suppose. But, you know, if my artillery is not exposed, that's the main thing. So I've got 3 fighters and 2 tactical bombers. And how many more units can I make here? 1 more. I'm trying to decide if I want another level bomber or if it's time to start putting more points into my ground forces. But at this point, I got 1, 2, 3. Another tank unit might be the thing. Do love level bombers, though. Oh, let's get a level bomber. Do what you love. Purchase heavy level bombers. So the Lancaster. Because, I mean, I need to be careful with its use, but I don't have to be that careful about winning the air war in this one. I think we're going to have them pretty badly outnumbered overall. The real nuisance here is well, I wish I knew. I'm sure they've got anti-aircraft here somewhere. I wish I knew where. Trying to look at what's going to give me the best Italian infantry. All right, we'll bomb the Italian infantry. What's going to give me the best? There we go. Now I can see exactly where these guys are. So my intention is to come out and actually directly bomb their flak cannons. And the reason why is they're down to 1 ammo and very little actual. There's 7 suppressed, and they've only got 1 left, so I can. That's still heavy losses. What if I use a another bomber? Well, This is to stop them from being able to attack on their turn. And that's what I hope. I kind of wish I'd used a fighter and gotten that same excellent result. Because now, thanks to suppression bombers and having one thing come in and draw automatic air defense fire from one that had already been hit with suppression bombers, this unit is out of fuel and out of ammo. So basically, I've made it so on the next turn, they can't counter anything I'm doing with my bombers. Oh, I should have used... I wasn't thinking. I should have used these guys. Because I forgot I got American bombers. But you guys don't need experience. So let's just have you fly into a position where you can defend... Hold on, I gotta think about this. What have I actually got here on for the Americans? I'd like to use the Air Forces first. So let me think about what I've actually got access to. British fighter, British fighter, British fighter. Yeah, I used all my British bombers like really quickly without thinking about it too much. But now I've got an American fighter with unusually good ground attack. That's what I found. That's what I found in the P-38 in this game. It's got really good. It's got unusually good soft and hard attack values, but it's a fighter. And then I got a level bomber and a tactical bomber. So I kind of went off half-cocked, and I didn't leave myself a lot that I can use to help out over here. But this is a level bomber. But that might not be the very worst thing. Let's get a level bomber. Oh, you can't make it over there anyway. Oh, fine. Let's start in with taking away their... Start in with taking away their prestige. I think he can defend anybody along there. Hopefully you're not within range of... Oh man, the Italian trucks shot down bombers. Don't I feel like a common Egypt now? I've kind of got all those bombers are defended by at least one fighter. Let's see what happens. I did want to get a little bit more view of what's going on. So is that all of my Air Forces used now? Yes, it is. Okay. That went well. See if I can actually just wipe these guys out outright. Oh, of course you guys got it the first attack. Boo. Didn't go as well as I would have liked, but didn't go too bad. Rookie sensation Italian infantry against somewhat experienced British troops. The main thing was the Germans don't have artillery until you get back a little bit further here. So we're moving really aggressively, just trying to get this done. Think, yeah, unless I get rugged defense, which would be pretty bad luck, considering how much damage had been done, or how low their entrenchment was. I'm putting these guys in the path of danger. Oh, but we got a... Oh, they didn't surrender. They did have a hex to retreat to, so... Let's take this unit off of the map before they can cause any trouble. Like, killing 3 of my battle-hardened troops, or, 30% of the unit strength, I suppose, is the correct way to think of it. Yeah, that was actually pretty disappointing that they were able to do as much as they did there. I don't think you can move... Even if someone else wipes out this unit, I don't think they're getting to where they can engage another American unit anyway. Okay, now this is where it can get tough. We got really nasty anti-tank guns. Lethal Feline, by the way, is playing ready or not. I don't know if you can see that. Here is an American... this one is artillery. There's another, one that just looks like a weird fancy truck that turns out to be anti-air, but we don't have anti-air in this one. And this is mobilized like a tracked anti-tank. Self-propelled anti-tank guns, the Panzer General manual explains, what's the difference between a tank and a giant anti-tank gun that's self-propelled? The difference is turrets. Tanks are usually a big gun on a swiveling turret. Self-propelled anti-tanks is the Jag Tiger and stuff, the German was built. Just a huge fucking gun on a tread with armor around it, but if you want to change what it's shooting at, you have to drive the vehicle and point it towards a new target. These little M5 tanks just don't seem that useful to me in this game. They always seem to get wiped out. So I didn't mean to pull these guys as far forward as I did, but I do want to finish off this unit. Because I was trying to get it so that everybody was... where you had this artillery kind of behind them. Alright. That's one turn down for us. Let's give the Germans a chance to... let's find out what kind of area the Germans still have. But I'm fairly confident in this one. I think it's going to be a race between seeing whether I can get anything over strength and still get a major victory. Okay, they're bombing our American tanks. Yeah, they're shelling my... Yeah, that's not good. Alright, they're spreading the love a little bit. I was worried they were going to shell the same... Ah, damn it. was really hoping they couldn't get... I don't know what I thought was going to happen there. I guess I was hoping they wouldn't have an avenue to get in. But that anti-tank unit... It was a bridge too far. Ugh. They surrendered? Well, I lost an American unit on the very first turn. It's a little frustrating, I'll tell you. I actually did this thing off screen. I did this scenario off screen and didn't lose anything. And here, I guess there was a tank here that got attacked and they couldn't retreat because they'd already moved a unit into this hex. I guess that's what happened. So in this scenario, I've lost a tank and an infantry. I didn't even notice the infantry going down. I kind of like got distracted. Yeah, wow. I am that sobering. I'm surprised at myself. I really got to think about this now because I off-screened this and didn't lose anything at all. I was just like hanging around at my parents' place in my last visit. No losses at all. Here I stumbled into like 2 losses almost immediately. I think it was the British infantry up here is probably what it was. And I think I really do. Like, if I lose a core unit, I really feel like I got to pay for it. Like, it really hurts, but I think I just got to roll with it. I hadn't lost any units playing in any of the British scenarios yet, but I'm torn because I had an almost perfect record of not losing any units playing as the Germans and Panzer General. But I think we're going to go ahead and roll with this, and this is me trying to like accept that sometimes RNG is against you, and sometimes when you're too aggressive, you're forced to pay a price for it. So when we come back next time, guys, we are, well, I mean, don't get me wrong. So this is, yeah, in the Western Europe campaign. Oh, hold on a second. This doesn't make sense. Where are these numbers coming from? We took out 2 fortifications, 2 recon, 2 infantry. Like, we've taken more than we've lost. But, like, this must be remembering what already happened, us playing as the Americans. Does that make sense? I think that is what it is. Okay, in that sense, this kind of feels fair. Like, I guess I didn't tell it to create a dossier, but it does seem to remember with like my all-time losses playing through the scenarios, which doesn't seem quite right either because I've played through off screen. Like, I am not getting it. I'm not sure what the campaign numbers are about. I don't think we can rely on the Axis numbers at all. But the Allied numbers, I think maybe we can, because when I played off... Well, maybe I did lose stuff when I played off screen, too. I don't know. But when we come back next time, we've already lost units. We're being really aggressive here. Maybe I should be pulling back a little bit, but for now, it kind of is what it is. So let's see if we can do better next time. But we got to get a major victory now, because we lost an American tank unit by having it like get too far ahead. So like if I pull back now, get a minor victory after losing forces, I'll feel really bad. Catch you guys next time.